Hey everybody, welcome to Apathy Esports. I'm T, and today we are going to be going over the laning phase as position 4. We'll be playing Bounty Hunter. This is a game where I went MVP. I thought I played pretty well. This is my bracket, a Guardian, free rank. This is the match ID if you want to watch it. Let's get going here. I want to talk about the laning phase because I do think it's the most important thing to understand at the start. And then I think this is going to be a series where we will go over multiple phases, maybe all the phases. So I just have to reduce the sound real quick. This is a bit loud for me. Just in my own ears, I know you can't hear it as loud. Still not good. Okay. So let's rewind. Let's do the very start. This is gonna be a deep dive. All right. So I'm out of the gate early. Here's what I have. This is 741D, the patch. So staying ahead on health is really important. Magic stick, magic wand I always start with that now, or almost always. My slots are a little messed up. It's tweaking me right now. So here's why I start with this. The ring of regen, you want to just have the regen because your whole goal as a support, no one really talks about this. They didn't talk about it in the videos that I watched. So your whole goal is this right here. It's the jungle. Your job is to own the jungle. Your job is to beat the other support in this area so that you can control or help control where the lane creeps are. So in controlling the jungle, you want to have you want to be keeping your health up. And so these two things are essential, or these three things have been leading me to win the early game. This also, but we'll get to that in a second. I don't know why this player view keeps going here. Let's do Bounty Hunter, and then player view, yeah. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so this is where I'm looking. So you can see, this is kind of silly. But I'm out of the gate early, out of the gate ASAP. Sometimes I'll pop a smoke for the team if I ask them they want one. No one ever talks, so whatever. But I will do that if I don't know what to do with itemization. So the reason that I have the sentry ward is because I want to block this camp. I'm going to block it back there. Noobs don't know where that is. You can see my visions there. I'm telling it to block there. I'm muting all my enemies so that I won't be distracted with all their weird stuff in there. I don't want any distractions. And so if I do have an observer right now, I like this spot because it gives you vision of kind of their area here. If we're fighting down here, you can see what they're doing. It also gives you vision of the fountain. So that's the spot I like. If I pull an observer, I do let my allies go for observers first because mid wants observers, also bottom wants observers. And I don't know if it's that important for top, so I let them pick that first, even though I have the option to buy it first. Alright, so I post that, and then the reason that I go here is because I want that gold, and what I want to do is see where they are. So there's someone here. Often there's not, and I'll just go to this ramp and I'll see who's down there, but they can't see me, right? So you have high ground, really helpful. And then let's see. Yeah, so I'm basically just trying not to die, and I'm positioning for this gold. So we're going to skip forward a little bit. I don't remember what happened here. Yeah. So you can see, I'm already taking damage, and I wanted to one-on-one him, right? No, I want to rewind, please. So yeah, so I want to one-on-one him, right? And the reason that I get this early is because I think it makes me a better one-on-one player. Like, it makes me more dangerous in the early game, which I think in this bracket's more important. Maybe in higher brackets you can't get away with this stuff, but in this bracket, this is the move. I feel strongly. Sometimes I get that. Instead, if it was 2 ranged, I would get Shuriken, probably. But that's kind of new, but I do think it's better to go more into Shuriken than Janata. But if it's not 2 ranged, I'll get Janata. Right? So we're going to have an engagement here, and I'll tell you why I like this engagement. Alright. He doesn't have a ring of regen, right? He's not going to have as much regen as me. Right? That's why I like this engagement. Can we go back to... Why did we switch to him? Can we... Okay. I'm still getting used to all the watch settings. Right, so I'm going to have better regen than him. I didn't even know that. I didn't look at his items. It is good to look at their items. But in general, like, I'm pretty confident with my lane. Like, I'm better at this phase, I think, than most people in this bracket. Alright, so you can see I did... Here's what I did there, right? He gets the gold, whatever. I stay high ground so that he doesn't have vision, right? I'm kind of watching for enemies here, but I know as soon as he comes up, I'll be able to get a hit off. I'll get a Janata hit off, right? And that's what I want. So I get a great hit off. Janata does more damage. He gets some hits off. He burns some mana. I'm fine. I'm going to eat a tree at some point here. And my regen's working. Putting this to work, right? You want to put your stuff to work. Alright. So... I don't know what he's doing, right? This is what you don't want to be. Like, I don't know why he's in the lane. He should be... I don't know. I'm trying to remember what it's like to play 5, but he should be trying to get shots off on him or me, and he should be in these trees. But he kind of can't, because he's, like, scared of me, I guess. Maybe he shouldn't be this early, I don't know, but, like, he should be in and out of vision, trying to harass here, probably. Or harass me. Right? Or control this space, which he didn't do, because I was already here early, right? Like, the reason I did that, partly, is so that he couldn't see me set up the ward, right? He doesn't have any suspicions. Like, people don't think that you're going to set it up before game in this bracket for some reason. So, this is going to be blocked in 20 seconds, and that's going to be the beginning of us ahead. I don't often do that. That's the first time I do that ward. It's kind of bold and silly here, because he could post there, but whatever. Alright, so first here, I have control of the jungle. Jungle's mine. Why? Because those two are here. Someone comes from over here, that's possible, but that's usually not happening at level 1. I dive. I don't understand why I get aggro here. I actually kind of want to. I think it's because he attacks like me. And that, like, right, I don't hit tower. Yeah, I have no idea why I get aggro there. We're going to table that for now. That's something I don't know. I think it's because of something he did. That I want to learn, because that was huge. This is a huge blunder then on my right. This is a bunch of gold that cost me. It's well played by them. The reason that we dived is because we had creeps. So if the tower's going to be hitting the creeps, we want to be hitting them. Alright, so that's the other thing. Control shift click. Control shift left click means you're going to be able to set up a queue of items, and you can move stuff in the ground for what it queues first, so that you don't always have to be looking at your gold and going back to the menu and buying items. That takes some getting used to, figuring out, but whatever. So I already had, I don't know what I had on the way. Let's look what I probably had tangos or like another iron branch. The reason that I have an iron branch is because I want to upgrade the magic stick to a magic wand eventually, so I'm just holding this for now. The boots I want first. I probably just copied that priority from a pro. Where is my... Okay, so I dive. Where's my courier? There it is. Yeah, I have 3 tangos, right? I want 6 tangos. I want to start with 6 tangos, but I don't have enough gold. But I know we're going to steal some gold. So those are usually lined up right away to come. But I have to be careful not to lose the courier. Okay, so I get my tangos. It's good. I'd already burned 2, and I burned 1 more. I don't know. We'll see. But this is all fine. He hasn't found this yet. And what I should do is pull this, which I will see if I do. I should pull this exactly when there is about at that tower, when our creep wave is about at that tower. I probably shouldn't even have shown there. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to get hits, maybe I'm trying to harass, but we're near their towers, suboptimal. Alright, so I pull. Didn't get all the creeps, but I got some. That's good. The reason that's good is because ideally we want to be fighting more closer to our tower, not close to their tower. That's where we want our creeps to be fighting their creeps. And so, you know, if our creeps are over here, their creeps are just going to keep running forward to the tower. Alright, so this is good. I actually don't know perfect play at this point. Maybe I should have gone and hit this. Maybe I actually think I'm doing the right thing here, but if you know better, let me know in the comments. Alright, get a Janata hit off on their carry. That's great. Doing damage to either of them is great, because we ideally just want them low health or dead all the time, right? We want to push them. I want to be pushing them out of here. I don't want them in here. Alright. People are not used to Janata hits. They get hit big and they're like, oh wow, okay, alright. They kind of makes them run a little more, I think. So here I'm diving behind trees, staying out of vision. And I don't really want to go. I might make a mistake here. I don't want, first of all, they hit level 2 first. That's a huge advantage for them. I shouldn't dive. I think I do dive. I don't think I die, but like, and maybe it's fine, but like, in general, right, like this is good. He's getting gold if he's playing it right. And XP. And yeah, he's level 2 too. And I'm trying to maintain my position, trying to keep them from getting gold and XP over here. Alright, so it goes fine. He goes back there. He realizes the camp's blocked. I see that ward. Right, this is my camera, so I see it in the middle of the screen. Yeah. Some loose health here. It's all fine though, right? I'm kind of being a nuisance. I think I could be wrong. Maybe it's not optimal, but like, this ring of regen is just doing work this whole time. They don't have that. He doesn't have one. He has a healing potion. The reason I start with regen is because I was finding I was just buying as many tangos as it was a regen, so the regen saves money in the long run. And I wanted regen right, I'm kind of early mid game, so like beginning of, like when the laning phase is over. Okay. So just stealing his gold, right? Getting hits off. Trying to pull the lane back by killing our own creeps when they're less than half health. So that's another thing. When they're less than half health, I just try and kill them. It's good to get cancels, but it's also just good, I think, to get them killed. I'm not going to dig too deep into that right now, but it keeps the lane closer to our towers, which we want. Unless we're pushing. Alright. So, you see me run around there. I'm running around because I'm blocking the camp. If I'm there right when the 3-minute timer goes off, because I don't have a ward to place there, because I didn't line him up, because I was noobing probably. So I was just, excuse me, blocking that camp. I'm just getting out because it's good. I can get his carrier. It's one of the good things about running that way. I'm getting out because I didn't want to have to deal with both of them. Also meant my carrier wouldn't be running through here, so I come back, place the ward. And so I like this form of play right now. It's incredibly annoying if that camp stays blocked, right? That's one. This is actually a mistake here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think I play this wrong. Here's how I would play it differently. So I see him. Let's watch it one more time. Sorry. Pause it right when I see him. Boom. So I see him here. At this moment, what I should probably do instead, again, I haven't looked at his inventory. That's not good. I should know what's in his inventory. What I should probably do at this moment is, give me a sec, I gotta adjust here. I should, yeah, so he's got nothing to unblock. What I should probably do is turn this way and start hitting him, right? Wards come secondary to fighting. You always want to fight first and then hit the wards, or almost always. What I probably thought was, I want to get this ward down because I don't know what's going to happen, and if we hit the 4-minute mark and we're fighting out of this box or whatever, then I want this camp still blocked. I still want this to be a hassle for them. That was a mistake, I think. Alright, so I pop the ward. Another mistake. I hit the ward. Again, I should be fighting him, not hitting the ward. That comes first, because I can beat him in lane and then hit the ward when he has to go away to lick his wounds. Or her wounds, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. So whatever, I feel still just so far ahead with itemization. What does he have again? What does this person have? Mana potion, yeah. Like, he's burning mana using all this stuff. Bring a regen, just doing work. So I move away. That's an accidental ward right there. Did not mean to post that at all. Misclicked. Messed up my inventory this game. So they're getting hits off on me. I get very close to dying. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And I have no tangos. Another mistake, right? Having all this gold, no tangos. My courier's running laps. I could probably be doing that better. So probably buy some tangos at some point. I don't know what's going on. Whoops, I just overrid camera. Alright, so here's how I play it this way. I'm saying go up here because he's fan alone and I see an opportunity to hit. I want to get that Chinata hit off. I'm pretty confident that I won't die. A lot of players might think of that as bold, but I saw his other hero back, or the other hero back, and so I wasn't gonna die. There's the mouse is confusing me. Like, their mouse is confusing me for what my mouse is. So this is kind of the basics of it, right? You can see I'm just controlling this camp. You can see on the mini-map that things are still blocked. I want to be throwing the stuns out, harassing the hero, right? Always good when you can have a 2-on-1. Anytime you have 2-on-1, that's the whole goal also. Like, you never, if you start to fight, if we're fighting and the other one runs back, neither of us should be chasing the other one. We should all just fight the one who stays fighting. That's how the laning stage works. You just don't abandon your hero. Like, just, it's about the gold. It's all about these creeps. Secondary is maybe these creeps or something, or kills or whatever, but it's all about these creeps. So this whole time I want to be looking at the main map. It depends on if you want to take the gate to gank bot or walk to mid to gank. Maybe the 540 mark to help them get the power rune. Or like whatever rune. I think it's the power or whatever. Like gank mid. I, as bounty hunter, really think the middle towers are early game are most important. I want to win the mid game. The middle towers specifically. But in general, I don't want to lose any towers. And this is the roaming position. So like if a lane's, it also depends on the heroes, but like, so like they have an LC bot. I like to punish LC early if I can. I really don't like a big LC, but also punishing their carries are really good. So like I forget when I decided to go there, maybe level 4 or whatever, but anyway, those are just notes. Okay. So we're playing this pretty decent. Boom. So that's another thing I kind of wanted to protect. You always want to protect your carry, so like getting first hits off on supports. That's what I like about Bounty Hunter. I kind of think of Bounty Hunter as just like a support sniper, support killer. Unless you really pop off and then you kind of turn carry-like. But I think I see that. Yeah, I see that thing. The courier, and I go courier hunt. Courier hunting, also a great early game thing to do, a great bounty hunter thing to do, and a great thing to do when you control the jungle. So you saw we got the hero kill there. That's huge. Hero kills are especially big in the early game. I think everything's more important in the early game. Every little mistake, every little nuance is more important in the early game, because that this stuff compounds into the rest of the game. Okay. Not sure. Yeah, so I could have maybe pulled there. That might have been a mistake. I don't know what I'm doing. Probably shopping or something. I don't know if it's not showing my shopping cam. It's just showing my player cam. So that was probably a mistake. Anytime, like, crossing the lane in front of the carry, pretty much always a mistake, I think. So probably wouldn't do that again. Being in lane at all is a mistake. I'm hiding in the trees always to avoid them seeing me, avoid line of sight. And I sort of, when I'm low, when I'm not full health, basically, I just always want to be eating tangos. Maybe there's nuance to that, but generally speaking, that's a good rule. So I don't know what our offlane's doing here. Our offlane does not have tangos. That's newbie. But I'm maybe not. I don't know. Bristlebuck's kind of its own thing. In general, though, if you don't have tangos in this brand, you just need to have more regen. Just in general, everyone needs to have more regen. What is this person fighting at? Like, I think we're about to kill him. Look at this. First of all, we have a level up on him. Or them. Right there. Yeah. Like, they're just taking 2 hits. That's just, you just need more, everyone needs more regen. So, like, you'll see the rest of this game, that carry is just not going to be significant. And so much of it, I think, so much of it is because we had a better laning phase than them. Well, I would like to post videos for the rest of this game. We'll do a full series on this game is the goal, but we'll see how the response for this video goes. much I want to do it, I suppose. Alright, so I pull the creeps. Again, this is positioning. I want to get the last hits if I can to get gold, and I also want to cancel my own creeps in case they're in experience range so that they don't get experience. I get the cancel there. Alright, Zeus is starting to pop off now. Why am I selecting Sven? Or Zeus is starting to do the global damage. Zeus, playing against Zeus has gotten on my nerves lately. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is buy droplets. So you can see this is what I've lined up to buy. And I want droplets before I want magic wand. My philosophy on this is that I want to prevent damage before having to heal damage. I think it's cheaper to prevent damage than to heal damage. I could be wrong about that, but I feel pretty strongly that that's a good general rule. Alright, I'm level 4. So level 6 is usually when I like to switch lanes lately. Just continuing to block that camp. I never want the whole phase, at least in this bracket I'm playing currently. Maybe there's a better thing to do, but the whole phase, I never want them to be able to pull those creeps. That is incredibly annoying. But I feel like that guarantees, if nothing else, that guarantees they're going to have a bad laning phase. And that's the goal for me. I want them to have a bad laning phase. At least not a good one. A less good one. It forces them to push heroes or just play further up. Excuse me. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else to pay attention to. Okay, this is another thing to do here. You see, alright, we'll run it back. So, they finally have a creep. They finally have creeps there, right? And kids like, yay, I'm gonna pull them the same way I've been pulling creeps so that their creeps hit them and it moves our creeps closer to the tower. This is a little unusual because they already have optimal creep positioning right here. I mean, it's kind of a mistake, or it's whatever, but like in general, that's just a good thing to do. I don't mind it so much. It kind of depends. I don't know the nuance because we should be able to jump behind tower. But like, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. If all the creeps are over here because this character pulls our creeps behind the tower, that changes things, right? I don't mind pulling things behind tower, but I might be wrong on that. Okay. So, what the perfect way to play this, right? As soon as Kid Lester hits the creeps, I want to hit the creeps so the creeps come to me and the pull is non-successful. Not successful, yeah. That's what I want to happen. This is not a perfect execution, I don't think. I don't even know if it's a good one. And Kid Lester starts to chase me off. I basically just run because I don't want to get hit by them. They start getting hit. For some reason, Kid Lester thinks that I'm scared of them. Like, I haven't been all game, but we're the same level. We're about the same health, and like, I continue to have better items because I've traded better the entire game. They have a death, like, you lose some gold for that. I don't know. I've traded better, I think. Like, yeah, I'm just like, I have faster or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what Kid Lester is, like, maybe Kid Lester is saving money. So I'm like, cool, I'll go solo you while you're getting hit by bats. I have a stun. It's extra hits from bats. And Kid Lester burns their magic wand. I eat a tree. And now they're at, what, 20% health or something? And I'm where I started. I'm going to drop some from this, but I have trees. I have regen. And I take the gold. They did the damage. I take the gold. Creeps are still forward. That might be the best I've ever played that, actually. I could be wrong, but... or the most I've ever gotten out of that situation. Alright, so I kind of missed that. We may even miss wisdom here. I may have missed wisdom completely here. I want to be on that wisdom exactly at 7 minutes. If I'm on the other side, I want to be on their wisdom exactly at 7 minutes. Stealing wisdom is huge. I love stealing wisdom, but I think we get our wisdom stolen here because I was just in La La Land up there enjoying controlling the jungle. Nope, okay. Wisdom's still here. Get wisdom a minute and a half late. And... come back. Try, carry's just sitting around. I might as well do some damage to the carry. I don't think I get anything off there. Go back to the jungle. They're gonna get more because they cleared the camp here. Yeah, so they got another one, but I'm still just outplaying this hero, so. Okay, so you see I have my rain droplets now, so I'm kind of protected from Zeus. This is one of the most underrated items, I think, in these lower levels. I don't see it used often, but gives mana regen for one, which I need right now. And besides that, every time Zeus pops something or there's like hero spells, it's just gonna block it. And there's 6 charges. The only thing that I might do differently here is I might have Iron Branch switch with that, or Tango switch with that, with the Observer Ward. And also I think I need to buy less Observer Orbs, because I think I'm taking them from mid and bot. Yeah, there's no Observers right now, and like, I don't know if we really need this. I like this ward down here right now. I don't know when I place that, basically because they don't find it, and I think it catches a lot of when the mids come over, but I really should watch more games to see when and where mids come over so I can be better with ward placement. I don't love my Observer ward placement right now. Okay. Boom. The tower hits me. It might have been a mistake. I didn't really like that. But in general, like, my damage for carry damage is a good trade. Like, any like if the carry goes down 20% and I go down 20%, that's a good trade, because that's their position 1. That's their most important long-term position. That's how I think about it anyway right now. And I'm our 4th most important long-term position. So we get the kill there because our carry comes up. We had a good carry this game, I think. I remember right? Yeah, pretty good carry. I mean, we won. It's like hard to win without a good carry. I don't know if I actually mind that much. It's really rare. I almost never see +1s come for ganks like that. Okay, so I see this is good. We have pressure on tower here. We're pulling the creeps behind. We've cut the lane, right? So their creeps aren't going to be, I don't know, there's some sort of bonuses that go through. I got to dig into that more, but the tower gets like regen usually or whatever, or like extra protection. But I want our creeps hitting the tower or the thing. I know the tower's going to be on them, on our creeps. I should dive here, but I don't. I do, okay, but I kind of roundabout. That was a mistake. Someone cast healing, maybe it's that here. Anyway, but I dive because I'm like, great opportunity to kill the hero. You're not safe, you're alone. I don't think anyone TP'd in. Maybe they did, whatever. We have 3, okay. Yeah, alright, Sven's back. I think that was actually incorrect. I think I should have continued to pursue. I'm not sure. It's tough to tell. Maybe I was getting hit, but the tower wasn't shooting me, so I maybe should have continued to pursue. I don't hate it though. Better not to die. Carries kind of have to know their own limits to some degree. It's like hard to know. It's hard to know when to back up the carry and when to run. So that's another thing I really like. I'll pull their lane over here. Like, it depends on the positioning. Right now we're pushing tower. I didn't really mind. Like, this stuff can just kill each other and we can get XP or whatever. Maybe if people want, they come get gold. I should get gold because the carry should be in the lane, so I should take this potentially. But I end up running from Sven. Yeah, and Zeus pops, and you can see a charge went down. I think of that, and I ate trees, and I don't know, whatever. That was a mistake. I should have ran down the other way. Alright, it's one of my like 2 deaths this game or something. Maybe 3 deaths. I think 3. So this is the laning phase. I kind of want to. I think this is a good spot to stop. Probably. I think 10 minutes feels like the end of the laning phase to me. It's kind of not. Like, I guess it depends. It feels. But because we put so much pressure here and they had to bring heroes there, look at what's happening. Tower damage. These towers do not regenerate, so towers damage is like they don't regenerate. I guess what I mean is like any tower, you can deal tower damage to that one. Never mind. Just never mind what I was saying. They're just different from the other towers. That they take damage more easily. But yeah, that's the laning phase. Post anything in the comments. / early game. We'll continue on to the mid game in future videos. We'll probably do the same game. Yeah. See you in the next one.